You see this guy, the massive mustache, the intense stare. You must know of him as the God is Dead guy. You know the face behind the Sigma male grind set? The philosopher who preached about the Superman? But in reality, this guy was a kind of a gentle and sensitive soul. We got the basics down in the last reel, but they don't explain the paradox that was Nietzsche. Welcome to Nuance by Neha, where we unpack the philosophy behind the person. So Friedrich Nietzsche grew up in a house of really pious and religious women. He was so polite and soft-spoken that his schoolmates used to tease him, calling him the little pastor. His landladies adored him. To them, he wasn't a radical atheist. He was just this sweet tenant who would play the piano beautifully. Yup, that's the same guy who gave us the most famous gym caption in history: "What doesn't kill you makes you stronger." By his 30s, he was physically destroyed. Migraines that left him vomiting 200 days a year. He spent nearly a decade wandering Europe and wrote his most explosive work nearly blind, only subsisting on oatmeal and tea. He glorified the will to power and war, and yet he couldn't join the army because the sight of blood made him sick. His philosophy wasn't a mirror of his life. It was a medicine that he was seeking. He was this frail scholar that was dreaming of strength, and it was the same with love. He preached amor fati, which means to love your fate. But when the love of his life, Lou Salome, rejected him, he didn't love his fate. He spiraled into a suicidal depression. Again, he wasn't writing what he was. He was writing about what he wanted to be. Historian Will Durant had a very interesting way of putting this. He calls it the compensation. Nietzsche didn't write about love and power and strength because he had them. He wrote about them because he didn't. And eventually in 1889, the mask cracked. He broke down seeing a horse being beaten in the street and spent his last 11 years just mentally gone. At times he would sign his notes as Dionysus or the Crucified One without even remembering what he'd written. His sister twisted his legacy. That woman edited his work after his breakdown and made him look like a Nazi puppet. And of course, that was everything against what he stood for. So the guy who called himself Dynamite died thinking that he was a total failure. Did you know this tough guy image was actually a mask? Let me know in the comments.